Many times we're asked, how can we join? We see that you all are doing something. The vibration is just like this. Long ago, the I knew what it is that the I had to do. I didn't have time to try to wait for others to decide whether they're going to do it or not do it. I knew full well that I was dealing with a challenging situation that required detox and purging to heal from each and every being, first beginning with I. Although I was born as a soothsayer, soul sealer, spiritual healer, born under the guiding and protective vibrations of those ancient healers. What the I and I realized is all along the way through all of that education, all those other experiences that the I and I had encountered, that there were things that were picked up that had to be detox, purged, and healed. I knew full well that each and every feminine presence that the I and I encountered would have to go through that vibration of detox, purging, and healing, and that the top priority for the I and I would be to protect the environment, those feminine presence that the I and I encountered.
Ancestral she,
and so we be,
and so we be.
Here we go now. Ancestral she, here we go now. Ancestral she, who worships the holistic living deity,
The holistic living deity of masculine divinity, elevating the essence of femininity, elevating the essence of femininity, and so we be, the essence of femininity.
Listen carefully, knock on wood. Let it be overstood. You having a divine encounter with a royal priesthood. Pay close attention to all that we share with you about the fact of life that mama never knew.
Clearly and precisely, what we must realize is what is the most important vibration, sensation that the masculine presence has to step forward for in order for whole life resurrection to emerge, in order for divine social, economic, family, community order to have any possibility of survival, in order for a holistic living way of life to be a reality.
And we're still here, the Kwatamani Royal Sisterhood. From 1999, the gathering time of the divine and sacred few. And we have Kwahima, the Queen Mother.
Akwaba Manche Wotisen, welcome, greeting. I'm Kwahima Kwatamani, Queen Mother of the Kwatamani Divine Socio-Economic Family Community Order. 28 years walking this path under the guidance and protection of High Priest Kwatamani. I am one of the survivors of the Blood Diamond conflict that tore apart the Kwatamani royal family and the original Kwatamani royal sisterhood. 1999 brought the full Seeing Sisters together. We added a young priestess in 2012, and still we remain strong and firm in the principles of divine socio-economic family community order.
to be touched deep within the essence of all that we are. We sing to the ancestors.
A divine son has come to set the record straight and walk with divine daughters against the tides of hate, to live a supreme love story based on the essence of life, to resist the flashing fury of deceit-filled strife. Eat only raw and living foods, consumption divine, leaving the lost children to ravage the carcasses of the mind. A revelation that requires the first divine act, forbidding the blood sport of the deceit master's path. A genesis of life that begins with the living seed that sprouts and bears fruits, raw and living indeed.
We have had so many different kinds and types of encounters from individuals who declare that they're seeking to exit the, quote, Babylon system, not realizing that the key to the Babylon system is the level and degree of damage that has been done in your brain, and that brain has been a consumer of a mindset that has indeed controlled every thought, every reason, every action that you have participated in, and has produced within your consciousness attitudes, values, behaviors, and beliefs that totally oppose your existence as a child of the Son. We're talking about individuals who are asking the I and I if he and or she can join us, somehow feeling so self-righteous, so clear that they are of a higher conscious thought, and ain't did 1 ounce of detox, purging, and healing. And once confronted with the vibration, what has been proven time and time again is that the individual has so much conflict, confusion, and chaos up inside their memory bank, so much bitterness, hateful scornfulness, so much rage, have had so many toxic relationships with the masculine if she's a she, with the feminine if he's a he, or vice versa, any other way if they've been crisscrossing their sexual reasoning. We've had individuals from those various cliques out there. Unless we are able, as a population upon this planet, beginning with the sacred few who have to be the tools, the network of bringing forward a greater consciousness, unless we have become clear that the primary duty, obligation, responsibility of each and every one of us as man, he, and she is to begin by reconciling those indifferences that have been encoded, toxic encodes in our brains. Therefore, unless there's a tremendous challenge taken by each and every individual to know the pathway of detox, purging, and healing, and the kind and type of guidance, protecting vibration that one needs in order to guide one through a detox, purging, and healing process, ain't nothing going on but another facade, another fantasy, another dreamland vision that will take others even further away from the point. You see, the fact is, you cannot get up and decide that you're going to leave the Babylon system and then bring that same mindset into the environment that you feel or you chosen that's an easier way for you to make your hustle, an easier way for you to get your groove on, an easier way for you to find the exploits necessary to glorify that self, looking for self-asserted, self-centered fortune and fame, and declaring to the world, especially through these vibrations that are now being prepared over internet, declaring to the world your glory, declaring your success when there is absolutely no success that has taken place. We've seen it time and time again. And what we've seen time and time again is once those adults finish their massage, their verbal masturbation with the masters of deception, the offsprings are left in even a lower and lesser state of idolizing and worshiping a deified self, becoming so self-centered that there's no possibility of emerging into the vibration of wholeness. Wholeness, that is the declaration of the divine union of masculine and feminine energy, consuming of the holistic living fruits of the tree of life that's all around us. And we're going forward to multiply that energy of holistic living truth into the generation next through divine socio-economic family community order. It's clear and simple. It is clear and simple. The royal family of the ancient Kemetic lands of Ethiopia left it clear and simple for us to follow through. And when we talk about the Sands people and others that are used to try to deter and interrupt our consciousness, to keep us from aligning and coming to the acknowledgement that the ancient Kemetic teachings were left there, and we can see them and we can feel them, and they're visible, and they are over 7, 8, 9, 10,000 years old and further and available. We must comprehend that the idea of the satanic energy, that is Sutic satanic energy that oppose the Osirian energy, is at work to make sure that you stay within the worship of self, individualism, and the whole vibration of monotheism. That is what will keep you into a monopolizing vibration of envy, jealousy, greed, lust, and playing all different kinds of sex games with your mind, contaminating your body, leaving the offspring in a worse state of deterioration. So when one asks us, how do we join? The very first thing that I would say is to begin a process of detox, purging, and healing. I would then tell the individual that we have lots of texts. We have about 10, 11, or 12 texts, and I know that at this point in time of what's called a computerized age, most of you are not geared and conditioned to read. You don't have time. You gotta go. You can get on your community online and talk smack and yik yak. And at the end of the day, you ain't did nothing or went nowhere except having a greater need to detox, purge, and heal all the other garbage that's been put up inside your mind. And then offspring are born off of this nonsense. Because the males have ceased to take their divine, natural, and innate responsibility to begin a detox, purge, and healing process so that they can be able to protect the women and the children. Now, based on the fact of what has been birthed out of the energies of toxicity, what is happening is all that we can expect. So we must comprehend that what's going on around you is not a reality that we should be upholding at all. It is a toxic reality that must be rejected. And we must examine every attitude, every value, every behavior, every belief. And at the end of that, you will see that what you did was took on the values, took on the worship syndrome, took on all those vibrations that warlord culture of ancient Rome left upon you. And it will keep you totally away from the idea of giving any acknowledgement to Yeshua ben Dura, who was in fact an Essene Kemetic teacher, whom that Sethian vibration decided to leave as an example of its bloodthirsty efforts to deter any holistic living resurrection of man, he and she. And that all those teachers, once you step up to the plate and begin to give full acknowledgement to the fact that we must honor divine consumption, fruits of the tree, divine union, masculine and feminine energy as man, he, and man, she, coming together in a divine union so as to go forward and multiply divinity in every offspring and vibration of the generation next. In your thoughts, your reasoning, and if you give birth in your action to the generation next, so as to emerge into divine socioeconomic family community order. And then the work begins. Gardening has to be created. We have to begin to learn how to naturally fertilize and work with nature in the soil. We have to be able to work with the moon and comprehend the planting cycle. We have to be able to work with comprehending what the youth must learn within those home community schooling vibrations. We must comprehend what must take place so that the women grow vital and strong and beautiful and maintain their natural and innate state as a glorious goddess. Then we have begun to put this thing back together again. We begin to start to recognize the holistic living truth that yes, man, he symbolizes the energies of God, and man, she symbolizes the energy of the goddess. And it's only then that man, he and she, can deliver the goods of divine socioeconomic family community order through the offspring and vibrations of the generation next. Think about that, and then see if you're ready to take the challenge of joining such a realistic, holistic, true vibration. And then you will have an answer. We're there, but only if it is about this. Because if it is not about this, we are not about that.
Yeah, I had gotten older, bolder, told her about those who raped and stole her, bought and sold her, Patty rolled her. Yeah, I told her that when God said, let us make man, God has had to be there to conceive that plan. Femininity, who conceived our birth? Man, he and she, all living things and the fruits of the tree. Supreme, masculine and feminine energy, holistic living divinity. Yeah, we're the Kwatamani royal priesthood and we're for real. Time to detox, purge and heal.
Detox, purge and heal.